Alright, so what I want to cover here today is a SteelSeries Arctis Pro gaming headset. We're going to cover the wired and the wireless version. And yes, I know, I've covered these headsets probably about 10 times before in comparisons and standalone reviews. And by the way, if you want a deeper dive on these headsets on other platforms or anything like that, make sure to go check those out because again, I've done detailed reviews on both of these multiple times. But what we're going to cover today is this headset on the PS5. Is it worth it? On the PS5, is a good headset for the PS5, and again, is it still a quality headset today in 2021? All right, so first up, what I want to talk about here is straight out of the box, actually connecting them to the PS5, because we know the PS5 does not have optical like the PS4, PS4 Pro, or anything like that. So how are they straight out the box as far as setup? Well, talking about the Arctis Pro wired, this is what you have. You have your wire from your headset into your amp DAC here, and then your USB going into the PlayStation 5. You can plug it on the front or the back, whatever you want. Now talking about the wireless version, you have your box with the USB coming from the box into your PS5, and then of course your wireless headset. So no, you do not need optical for either of these headsets. If you want, your TV more than likely has an optical, and yes, you can plug it into there. So you're pretty much taking your TV sound into these headsets. I don't know if any of you just caught that right there. I had my Arctis 9s out instead of my Pro wireless right here. Again, I get so confused because they all look the same. Talking about them looking the same right here, talking about the wireless and the wired version, I want to talk about the basics here first, and that is, again, style and comfort. And yes, they are both the exact same to a T. These very nice, plush, soft, big Arctis ear cushions right here. I know a lot of people say, hey, they are a little bit shallow for them. For me, they're absolutely perfect. Nice, soft weave on the outside, pleather on the inside, breathable, soft. It's just, again, perfection right there. Going up to the headband on both of them, again, you got that adjustable ski band. That's how you tighten and loosen them and adjust them right there. Nice give, feels like it's floating on your head. As far as the little forks or brackets going from headband into ear cup here, those are metal, so it goes metal, plastic, metal, and then into the plastic ear cup right there. I've been using my Arctis headsets for years, and I have never broken one. So as far as durability, twisting them, bending them, perfectly fine. Very nice adjustability in these guys as well. Totally flat, in and out, plenty of swivel. Again, they just fit perfect. So right there, I just wanted to get the basics out of the way and just let you guys know that, yeah, aesthetically, comfort, build, they're to a T the exact same. Where you're gonna get differences is within the features. Obviously, the wireless are wired. Obviously, the wired ones are wired. A big thing on the wireless ones that is a big selling point for me is they have Bluetooth available on them. So you can sync up to your phone, listen to music if that's what you do while your game's playing. But for me, I need to be able to get a phone call while ever I'm gaming. I don't want to miss an important phone call while I'm just totally sucked into a game, you know, which would happen with the wired version, you know what I mean? So I got to be able to get that notification. But that's really the biggest is the wireless and Bluetooth. This guy does not have Bluetooth on. It's just straight up wired right there. But again, I want to dive into the bigger picture here, and that is going to be the sound on PS5. So now using both of these headsets on the PS5 here, SteelSeries does have an update on their SteelSeries engine to give you the option to select PS5 on both of your little DACs right here. We can swivel it over. You have PC, aux. On the wired version, you have high res, and then PS4, PS5. But if you don't have a PC, you don't have to worry about that. You can use these. If you use PC, your chat to game control is reversed, and you can still select PS4. So you don't have to do that upgrade. Say if you don't have a PC handy or anything like that, you can still use them on PS4 mode perfectly fine. But the core sound quality of these headsets are absolutely jaw-dropping night and day. Like an unbelievable amount. Like, it's been a long time since I took out my wired Arctis headset. It really has, and I'm sad about that, you know what I mean? Because it's such a great headset, but I'm a wireless fan. I love wireless headsets. I use them over even my fancy audio setup, you know what I mean? But talking about these on PS5, so I've been playing a lot of Dirt 5. Absolute blast. I don't know why people are ragging that game. I love it. It's really fun. More arcadey. Maybe that's why I like it, you know what I mean? But anyways, playing Dirt 5, right? So I'm using the headsets here. I started with the wireless version. I'm like, all right, this sounds good. I'm used to it, right? I use this on my PC all the time, and it sounds good. I got that detail. I got the clarity. I got the bass. Everything's performing. Nothing's overtaken. I got my own EQ set right there, which you can control right through the box. I don't use 3D sound on the PS5, which by the way, you can use PS5 3D sound on both of these and you can still adjust it to how you want. You don't get the DTS sound within these headsets. Whenever I tried to enable it there, it wouldn't let me enable DTS, but I could still use the 3D sound, which is, you know, pretty much the exact same thing. It brings out a lot of that detail. Talking about using this, where I say you get all those sounds, the bass, the mids, the highs, nothing's overtaking anything, you get a nice natural sound. When you fire up 3D sound, this goes for both headsets by the way, it's just like playing Dirt 5. So I'll go through a puddle, and that puddle just is, it's a very high-pitched splash. Sometimes it got annoying in Dirt 5, because again, there's a lot of puddles right there, you know? So it started sounding like static, right? And that's not, again, that's not the headset, that's the 3D sound, which is bringing out those highs, making them more potent. 3D sound, making your environment sound a lot more vibrant. So no, I'm not a fan of the 3D sound, and I just about rarely, pretty much never use it on the PS5, you know what I mean? But yes, you can take advantage of that right there. But again, core sound, the headset sounded amazing. Again, it was exactly what I was used to. It's crystal clear, it's perfect. But the crazy thing, when I went off and plugged in the wired version right here, again, straight USB, using this little guy. I got my EQ set, same as like this one. Again, go check out one of the main reviews and I show the EQ in there. I plug this guy in, fire up Dirt 5, same settings in the console and everything. By the way, whenever you plug in a different headset, one to the other, make sure you go into your settings and crank up that new audio setting there, because it'll start at about maybe 75%. You got to go into your PS5 settings and crank it back up, because again, it'll drop it automatically when you switch headsets. But anyways, plugging in the Arctis Pros right here, the wired version. Wow. Like, it gives me, I get chills thinking about it. It's, again, it's me nerding out here, you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable. Like, it was that stinking good. Again, when I had my EQ setting right there, set it on there and just started playing, it's like, it was everything that the wireless had amplified, which is what you expect with the wired headset, right? We all know wired headsets always sound better than wireless, which is crazy because, again, I always go towards wireless just for convenience factor for me, you know. But again, it's night and day. It's the exact sound you get over here, crystal clear highs, mids, bass, amplified to a completely next level. Like when I hit the engine, cranking the engines like, you know, a rally car, they pop, 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 pop. That's probably a horrible example right there, but it would actually shake a little bit in your ear. Not a drastic, muddy, unbearable amount. You hit another car or you hit a wall, you feel it. You feel that environment. Again, I felt like I was in the race, as crazy and corny as that sounds, you know? Again, I felt like I was within the game. I honestly had to tone it down a little bit because it got so stinking loud, but it was just, it was unbelievable. It's almost like you were in like a theater, like you were within it right there. The sound, everything, the highs potent up a little bit more. The mids were out there. The bass was just, it was still hitting, but it was a solid hit. It wasn't a rumbly hit by any mean. It wasn't muddy. Nothing overtook anything. It was like, I was testing these for this video and I just constantly just played. I just played. My wife's like, hey, you gotta come, it's time for dinner. You know, I say, I'm testing products here, right? I'm testing products, you know? It was so stinking good. It was, I just can't, like, I want to sit here on and on. I'm sure you guys already catch the drift, but yes, the wired one sounded much better than the wireless. But catch me right there. That's not me saying the wireless is bad. It might have been me just sounding like, man, these blow these away, which, as far as sound, yeah, they clearly sound better. But again, it's not me saying these are bad. I would still go wireless over the wired, just for convenience, because again, you got these. If you're on a couch, like you got this going everywhere, it's just an absolute mess. I can't, me personally, I just can't stand it. Maybe if you're at a desk, right, and your PlayStation's right here, and you got a monitor, TV right there, and your wires are just right here, then you'll be good to go. But if you're on a couch or you're across the room in that nice cozy lazy boy, you don't want to be extending these wires all over the place. It's just going to be an absolute mess, you know what I mean? And that's why I go wireless. And yes, they still sound amazing. They sound awesome, and it will be my, again, I'll use wireless over wired all day long. But other than sound, the other thing you're probably asking is that microphone. Do you still get to access the microphone and the features with on it that way? And yes, you do. Now on SteelSeries website, this is kind of weird. They state, maybe I read it backwards or whatever, they state that you still get to take advantage of the audio control within a PS5 as far as voice to game. Mine disabled it. On my PS5, it was grayed out. I couldn't control it no matter what setting I was on here, right? Turned off 3D sound or whatever. It graded out on the PS5. But I could control it on the headsets right here within both DACs. Both headsets I control game to chat. Bam, right on it set there. If I was using the PS4 or the PS5 mode. Again, I tested them before the update and after the update, and both of them worked right there. The mic was fine and all of that. And you still get all the other features as far as, you know, the mute light on and everything. So that still worked, but it was weird that the option was grayed out on the PS5. But heck, if it was me, I'd rather control it on the headset anyways. All right, so how I want to close up this video here is a whole lot of personal preference, and I want you to focus on your setup because, again, they're both fantastic headsets. They're amazing. So what I would say is, well, pretty much like what I just said. If you're at a desk and you play at like a monitor or something like that, go with the wired version. You know what I mean? It's right there. I think the wires are minimal if you're at a desk, but if you're on a couch and you just kind of game laid back, go with the wireless version all day. You're going to be absolutely happy with all of them. I love the features on the wireless one all day long. You know, I think if the wired might have that Bluetooth, a feature I need, maybe I would use them a little bit more. You know what I mean? But again, the wireless one just does everything right for me. You know what I mean? But believe it or not, my setup, y'all know I covered all the Arctis headsets, right? So on my PS5, I use the Arctis 9. Now you're just like, what the heck, man? What kind of video is this? You know? But again, I've covered all Arctis, SteelSeries Arctis. I say it wrong all the time. But anyways, I've covered all their headsets. And yes, I use the 9s on my PS5. They got the exact same features as the Pros, and the sound is minimal compared to these two, right? Even though they got the high-res drivers, but you don't get to take advantage of the high-res because they're wireless, you know? It's minimal. Very, very minimal, if even noticeable, between these two right here, right? So, yeah, I use the 9s on my PS5. I use the wireless on my PC. And no, I don't use the wired ones. Now it just got even more confusing. You're like, dude, you're saying the wired ones are the best and you don't even use them? Well, again, per your situation and your setup, on my PC setup where I use my wired headphones, right? Audio Technicas, Mezzes and whatnot. I have a, you know, real high-end amp over there. So I have a fantastic audio setup, which I still use my Arctis Pro wireless more than that, even though that just blows all of these away. Again, for that convenience for me. So that's, again, I go and I say, you know, all day long, look at your setup. What do you want right there? What's going to suit you? I think any of these are going to be fantastic. They're all amazing. They've all been on my top headset lists and everything. But if you're like that hardcore competitive gamer sitting in front of that monitor, go wired all day long. You will be absolutely floored and blown away. But again, don't hesitate to pick up any of these other ones because they are just as good, again, on your PS5. And yeah, the Arctis 9s are my main PS5 headset currently. So again, this was just a really short kind of roundup video. I just wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, the Arctis Pro headsets are still absolutely amazing in 2021, and they perform fantastic with ease on the PS5. And I 110% still recommend them to this day. I absolutely love them. If you got any more questions, ask down in the comments. Always glad to help out or talk shop if you want right there. Check out my website. I got my top headsets on there, stinkycozy.com. Top 5 products and all that to help you out a little bit more if you want as well. But again, I hope I was able to help you out if you're looking into any of these Arctis headsets or the Pros right here, or a headset for your PS5. Definitely go check out PS5 Roundup and my top headsets. Some of those will probably help you out as well. So definitely, I really hope I was able to help you out with this short video right here, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to some future tech videos. Hey, I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.